When we talk about major details, what are the major details? Number one, what is this book? Number two, who wrote this? Number three, what it contains? And how many chapters? How many verses? Because in those days, even science used to be written in verses. They are written in shlokas. In Sanskrit, a verse is called a shloka. So, it is written in shloka format, it is written in versification, all this science. We talk about those things, and also we talk about, there are several editions of the same book. When you find a manuscript in India, what happened in India is so very fascinating that not all books are written. For many years, books were, how a book in 2200 years ago, how is it preserved? Was it written? No. There are so many things in Indian tradition that are not written at all. For example, the Vedas that we talk about, you have heard the name of Vedas. They were never written. It is considered a sin to write the Vedas. Why? Because there is a power of what is called the oral tradition. Nowadays, we constrain our memory to such a level that you don't know your mom's number or your daddy's number, you have to see your cell phone to see which number is what. Whereas, in those days, a scholar will learn, for example, the Natya Sastra, it carries 6,000 verses, 6,000 verses, 6,000 couplets you can say. All the 6,000 are memorized. A student goes to a teacher, the teacher teaches and they grasp. They don't consciously memorize. It becomes an unconscious process of memorization. How? Because they wanted to use their mind, their brain, their consciousness. They learn with all their faculties, not just the body and mind. They sit there with exclusive single-minded dedication. With that, what happens is, you learn things, and that is why Natya Sastra was never written. And now we are publishing these books. We started publishing not even 100 years ago. Paper was not there, printing was not there. There were manuscripts written on palm leaf. So, there is a manuscript in different parts of the countries. There are manuscripts, I will show you, where from we have manuscripts collected. How many manuscripts are available, and they may be different from one another. Because the source may be same, but the person who writes also uses his intelligence sometimes. He says this thing should have been in the next chapter. So, he cuts that and puts in the next chapter, then this book become a different edition. So, like that you see in the book that we are talking about, you for the edition that you may refer, it may be 14 chapter. In the book that I refer, it may be 15 chapter. Don't worry about that. So, let us begin. It is ascribed to Bharata. Now, 2200 years ago, who wrote this book? We don't have details of his father, mother, where he lived. Did he really write? Is it name of one person? So, there are questions. Because of that, we assume, we ascribe it to Bharata. Bharata is the name of the author as of now, unless we have a difference of opinion on that. And then it is a treatise on dramaturgy. It is a science of treatise, a Shastra. Shastra in Sanskrit means a wonderful thing, Shastra means, Shasanam means discipline. That which disciplines a, please come, that which disciplines an academic body of knowledge is called science. You see, for example, there is grammar. If there is no grammar, if nobody follows grammar, why are there books on English grammar? So, you classify things, this is noun, this is pronoun, this is verb, this is adjective. So, like that there are sciences for different components of branches of knowledge, to discipline them, and disciplining that particular branch of knowledge, the book that disciplines that knowledge is called Shastra.